Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. And sorry, I spaced a little bit, and I let that 60-second timer run out, so I apologize for that. Didn't mean to do that. Uh, People have lost their minds. And I don't know what to do about it. And people have lost their minds. Kids getting shot in schools, assassinations. People have lost their minds. And it's heartbreaking. It's literally heartbreaking. So I don't know what else to do except for right now have just a few moments of silence. And it's, it's not going to do any real good. This isn't boots on the ground, but this is all I can think to do to honor those that are doing the right thing. So we're going to go dark for just a few moments. And if this ain't your bag, feel free to leave. But we'll be back in a few seconds. Like I said, I know that doesn't do anything, but we've got to start doing something different because we can't continue like this. We just can't. So that's all I have to say about that. All right, today, today we're going to tackle Horrified, Dungeons and Dragons again. And we played this once on the channel. It was me, Jess, and my son Aiden. And we tackled a 3-player game of this. And we played against the Displacer Beast and the Dragon last time. The Dragon is, wow, difficult. I think part of the reason why it was so difficult last time is because the Dragon's lair where we had to go was in the bottom corner of the board. It was just hard to get down there to get stuff done. So I don't know. We'll see. I super want to try the Dragon again, but this time I thought I would just give the Mimic and the Beholder a try. Now, again, neither of these seem like they're going to be easy, but I haven't played against these yet, so I wanted to play against them and just kind of test them out and see how it goes. I'm going to be the fighter, and one of the reasons why I picked his is because his special abilities, ignore all hits rolled by the monster attack, don't draw a monster card, gain 2 more actions this turn, gain a perk card. So I think that going into this game, I think the fighter might have a little bit of a I don't know. I think it might be, I don't know. Might help, might not. Maybe one of the other ones would be better. I don't know. Maybe the cleric would be better because you can heal. But again, I don't know. But we're gonna try it, and we're gonna see what happens, and go from there. All right. So who's here? Let's see. We have Victoria Ketchum. Hello, Victoria. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Tom is here. Hello, hello. Matthew Vincent is here. Good to see you too. Micah is here. Good to see you. Never knew Horrified had a solo mode. Well, you can just play it solo. The only real difference in solo is that the terror marker, instead of starting at 0, it starts at 3 instead. So you only have 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths before you're done. So that's the only real difference. You can still play solo and you can still do everything. It's fairly difficult, I guess, because you've only got one person running around trying to do all this stuff instead of one. So I think with solo mode, the way I have played Horrified in the past solo, you really have to focus on one monster and take it out, and then go hit the other one. Trying to do both at the same time, I think, is just too much. But what am I to do? Now, the Eye of the Beholder. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get down to this. Scott is here. What's up? Good to see you. Brent does art. Howdy, Sam. Hello, hello. Broken Beard. Howdy. Are we gonna get a Healy top 100? Yes, you're gonna get a Healy and a Turner top 100. JT and I were just swapping a couple texts about that the other day. He's my time manager sometimes, because he reminds me, hey, we only have so many weeks left before Christmas or whatever, and we try to get our top 100 done before that. Yeah, we're going to do it again this year, and it is going to happen. But it's coming in the near future. All right. Let's see. Most co-op games can go solo. True. I am considering playing Pandemic solo to learn it before playing with my husband. That's a good idea. Live top 100? No. We're going to. Those are going to be edited, and we're probably going to be pretty quick on them. Dragons should be difficult. You are correct, Matthew. Yes, that should be. Let's see here. This is a good idea. It plays the same. Yeah, it does. And this one largely plays the same as well. It's just that you have a shorter time before the game can end. But this running out also is the monster deck running out is also is still a time ender or a game ender. And then if the terror marker gets all the way over to the skull, then that's the same thing. So, and again, everything else is the same. It's just that there's one person out there playing things instead. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and get to it. So the Beholder is already out here on the board down here in the in Skull Island. And then the Mimic actually starts over here on its board. So let's go ahead and talk about these two things here. So the objective for the Beholder is that we have to damage Beholder's eye stalks, then build its, then blind its central anti-magic eye to defeat it. All right, so we have to blast all of its eye stalks first, and then we can attack the first one. Now, how do we do that? All right, so the power is the eye ray. So we're going to roll a d20 and compare the result to the Beholder eye ray reference card, which is this little guy right here. All right, so if we roll a 6 or a 7, it's going to be a fear ray. All heroes and citizens move one location away from the Beholder. If it's an innervation ray, all players with more than 2 items must discard down to 2 items, and that's a 10 or 11. So it has different kinds of effects, and we'll go over those when they actually happen. What do we have to do to defeat him? So advance damage the eye stalk. All right, so the first step is damaging the eye stalks. At the Beholder's location, discard any item and roll the d20. If you roll a 1, you miss. 2 through 15, damage the eye stalk of your choice. If you roll a 16 through 19, you damage up to 2 eye stalks of your choice. And with a 20, you can damage up to 3 eye stalks of your choice, retrieve the item you discarded, and gain a perk card. So we really want to roll 20s if possible. Now, when we get to choose, we have these little markers right here that are basically going to, we just put them over here, and they're going to knock out those things that we have to knock out, and so forth and so on. When we get all 10 of them knocked out, then we can go, or is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Once we get all 10 knocked out, then we can come down here and blind the Beholder. Once you have damaged all 10 eye stalks, you may attempt to build blind Beholder's central anti-magic eye. At Beholder's location, use 6+ yellow magic items, basically, to defeat the Beholder. So again, that doesn't seem like it's going to be very easy, but it is what it is. Now, with the Mimic. So the Mimic here is, we have to find the Mimic and defeat it quickly. The power is it is a scavenger. So you're going to remove the highest strength item from the location nearest to the hero of the current player. All right, so that's pretty nasty. Over here, step 1, advance. Where is it? Move per monster attack. If Mimic is passed or stops on this little symbol right here, then draw an item. If all heroes have a matching color item, discard those items, and the Mimic appears at the active player's location. If not, raise the terror level by 1, and the Mimic stays on its path. All right? Discard the drawn item. So, if he is activated, or it is activated, then we're going to move him the number of spots that the monster card says that it has to move. And when it passes or lands on one of these spaces here, we're going to draw an item from the bag. And if I have an item that matches the kind of item, blue, yellow, or I believe red is the other one, then what does it say? We have to discard those items, and the Mimic appears at the active player's location. So basically what he's going to be doing is he's going to be keeping items out of our hands and showing up. Now, step 2, however, is the Mimic battle. Once the Mimic appears on the game board, you may battle it in the Mimic's location, so you can discard 6 blue items to battle the Mimic and defeat it. All right, so this guy's easier to attack once he's out there. You can go out there and attack him, but once he's out there, he's going to show up. So he's going to start right here, and that's about that. Everything else is pretty much... The perk card that I drew was pretty cool. The next D20 roll a player rolls this hero phase is an automatic 20. So, interesting. If I can get over there and... got to get some items first, though, right? So, yeah. Do I have to discard all of them? Have a matching color item. If all heroes have a matching color item, those items and mimic appears at the active player's location. Oh, it appears. I'm sorry. I'm reading this upside down and it's making me... Okay, if all heroes have a matching color item, discard those items, yeah. And mimic appears at the active player's location. Wow, all those items. Good night in the morning. Good night. I don't like that at all. All right, so here we go. My first action here. I got 4 actions. So let's see here. We're going to go 1. 2, 3, and then we're going to roll the D20. Where's the D20? Did I not? My goodness gracious. Where is it? What the? Somebody, what? I don't have a D20. Where did my D20 go? That is not cool. Somebody done took my D20. Or I just forgot to put it back in here. That's probably what happened. I forgot to put it back in here. Well, poop, poop, poop. I gotta find myself a D20. What the heck? Is it in here? It is not in here. That is disturbing. Because that means I forgot it. I don't want to assume that somebody else took it. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, well, I got to go get myself a D20. Look in the backyard. Strider. Yeah, right. Rolled it under the table. No, I don't think so. Because I literally forgot that this had a D20 in it. But, okay. Doesn't look like I have any dice up here. I know I have dice upstairs, so I'm just going to have to go get it. But gosh, I have to go upstairs to get it. That's poopy. I don't like it. All right, so we're going to keep my microphone on. That'll be fun. And I'm going to walk up the stairs. You get to hear me be a mouth breather for a little bit. Not really, but you know. Okay. But this is the cool thing. I'm actually going to use my D&D dice for Dungeons & Dragons Horrified. So that's kind of a cool thing. Back downstairs. Okay. Well, there you have it. Funny enough, I think Jesse just got home. Oh, okay. Here we go. So let's go ahead and open this up. Which one should I use, eh? That one's hard to see. This one isn't. There's the one I will use. All right. So I'm going to roll and see what we get. Got an 11. The 11, 9 through 15, during the monster phase, ignore all hit results by one monster attack. All right, well, we don't even know if that's going to happen because that beholder is way over there, which is kind of where I wanted him to be, but that's probably not going to happen. But we turn over a monster card. So the monster card here, hidden monster action, place each treasure monster in the lair location closest to them. Ooh. Oh, we don't need lair locations. We don't need that this time, do we? Yeah, because I think the lair tokens are only put out there if we're using the dragon and the beholder. Yeah. No. Well, I'm clearly failing today. Isn't that great? What is going on? Oh, there it is. Maybe? No. What is going on? Why are things missing out of this game? I haven't played it since the last time that Jess and I played it. Oh my goodness gracious. Lair tokens are definitely not in here. I don't think we need them anyway, so I wouldn't be using them. I'm not going to worry about it. I am out of sorts, y'all. Okay, but now I know that I need to find lair tokens. Yippee skippy. Okay. Back down to the table. For Pete's sakes, this looks different than my version of Waterdeep. Behold my Cheeto! All right. Okay. So we are at the monster phase. Place the monster in the lair location closest to them. So we have the mimic, and this guy is not there. But this one specifically says that these cards don't affect him while he's over here. So that doesn't matter. But what does matter is we come down here and the frenzied person doesn't attack. I believe the frenzied one is the lowest monster. Is that right? The lowest number or the highest number? Frenzy marker. I'm missing the frenzy marker too. What in the... Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. Why did I choose to play this game? Goodness gracious. Well, we're going to come out with a frenzy marker for the ages here. There's our frenzy marker. Oh my word. What has happened to this game? Okay, frenzy marker goes on the... lowest frenzy order. That's what I thought. So lowest frenzy order is this right here. Ding, ding, ding. So the beholder is frenzied. All right, so place the blank monster. That doesn't happen. Frenzy monster doesn't attack. Book monster, however, does. It's going to move one. So click just like that. Nothing else happens because there's no attack because he's over here. He's not at anybody's location. So there we have that. And so now I got to put out one more thing. And that will be at the Goblin Bazaar, which is over in this direction right there. Okay, so Now we've got special action, roll a d20. Okay. Well, let's go with special action first. Maybe we get the 20, right? And maybe we don't. Do not draw a monster card this turn. Okay, that's cool. So now we have 3 more actions, which is 1, 2, 3, just like that. And that's the end of my turn. So now we don't draw this, so nothing happens over here. And we also don't get more items out there, but that's okay. So now it comes back to my turn. I'm going to go 1 action. 2, 3. And I think 4 is going to be another roll here. And that is a 12. All right, so, oh, wait. No, yeah, this is the next turn, 12. During the monster phase, ignore all hits. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that, I don't think, but we are going to turn over another one here. All right, so first of all, we put out 3 thingies. Yeah, they probably are, Brent. So I get 3 new tokens, and they are going to be Skull Island, which is down here. And then we've got the Yawning Portal Tap Room, which is up here, and Castle Waterdeep. Castle Waterdeep, right here. All right. So I think we need to go do some. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So now we are going to draw another card, and monster action, Cursed Arcane Gate. For each hero, roll the d20 and place that hero in the indicated location. Move the frenzy marker to the next monster. 8. Oh no. It's on the other side of the board. It's up here. 6, 7, 8. Bonk. Blanc. So this one comes up here now. Then the frenzied monster attacks, but he does move 3. So 1, 2, 3. He passed this. So we're going to draw an item. Boom. It's a yellow item, so I have to discard this item and this item. And then he comes out whoosh, here. Guess what, folks? I'm gonna get to kill him. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so let me just make sure. Heroes have a matching color, so I did. I have to discard that, and the mimic appears at the active player's location. If not, raise the terror level by 1, and mimic stays on its path. Okay, so it definitely comes out because I had a matching thing, and I had to discard that. So we're going to take care of the thing here. But now he's out there, and I think he might roll 2 against me because he's going to attack. Yeah, so, okay. This is not freaking cool, people, because we're seriously just like missing everything in this game because the monster dice are also missing. My goodness, how this is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Luckily I have sounds of... These might not be the same color dice that you have in your copy, people. Oh my gosh. All right, so he's going to roll 2 dice against me. And of course they're 2 hits. So we'll get rid of the dagger and the whip because we need the blues to defeat the mimic. All right, so that's that. And that's done. Now, comes back to my turn. We are going to, do I have to roll the d20 to hit him? No, I just have to get rid of. All right, so I'm going to first of all take 1 action to pick both of these up. And then my second action is going to defeat the mimic. I'm going to use 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 6 plus blue to battle the mimic and defeat it. All right, well that was pretty lucky. All chests are mimic. Some of them are just dead. That's funny. Didn't you roll the die and not take damage this time? Oh, I did. Ignore all hit results so I can keep those 2 reds. Thank you, Tom. I can keep those 2 reds. Yeah. Awesome. That's super cool. All right, so that's that. Mimic is dead. Wow. Okay then. Whew. All right, so that was 1 to pick up, 2 to fight, and then I think we're gonna go. We need to go get some more stuff because we got to go start fighting him. So he hasn't moved at all. Good night. So we will go with. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so it was pick up, defeat. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I'm doing on my turn. We draw this. Citizen, the city guard captain. City guard captain. There he is. He starts in Agairon's Tower. Agairon's Tower, right over here. And the frenzied monster. And okay, so the beholder is going to attack. Beholder is going to move 2. So we will go 1 and 2. I think that's the fastest route because the other teleportation circle is here. And then there's nothing there, so he doesn't actually roll that. So we're all good there. Man alive. He's way over there. Don't need to worry about him. So, all right, here we go. So now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to attack by using some rations. I'm throwing some rations at the beholder, and I would normally roll this and consult this to do whatever I can here. But if I'm going to use this so that it's a D20, and it says damage up to 3 eye stalks of your choice, retrieve the item that you used, and gain a perk card. So that's going to come up here. So that was that. Okay. The new and current player takes 2 additional actions. That is the end. Okay, so we need to get rid of 3 things. What 3 things do we have? Charm Ray, place a citizen in the beholder's... Oh, that's not good. Let's go ahead and take that one out. The Charm Ray, we won't want that one. Paralyzing Ray, discard an item. That's not too bad. Fear Ray, all heroes and citizens move 1 location away. That's not necessarily bad. Discard an item or the active player will have 1 less action on their next turn. It could be bad. Innervation Ray, discard 2 items down to 2 items. Yeah, I don't like that one. So that is the 10 through 11. The Innervation Ray, that one, we'll take that one out. And Telekinetic Ray, all players with items must place one item in the beholder's location. Sleep Ray. All monsters move one location toward the active player. Petrification Ray. Discard an item or the active player skips their next turn. Ooh. Disintegration Ray. Deal one hit to the closest character. Death Ray. Raise terror level by 1. No. No, 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 no. Don't want the terror level to go up. All right, so we were able to do 3 things on that one. And now we go to the monsters phase, because that was my 4th action. Monster action. Lure of Riches. Move each hero 3 locations toward the magic wand monster closest to them. Well, there isn't a magic wand monster on the board, so that doesn't happen. The frenzied monster attacks. He moves 1, but he won't because he's already there with me, and he's going to roll 3 dice. And only if we roll a power ray do we have to see which one's going to be. Of course we do. All right, so the power ray, which power ray is going to hit us? The 9, which is not one of the ones. I believe that's the slowing ray. So discard an item or the active player will have 1 less action on their next turn. All right, so we'll discard the rations. So we got a little tired, ate some rations, and now we're good to go. So that is that. That was actually not a bad roll. That was pretty advantageous. Now we are going to... I'm going to take an action to attack and see what I do here. So first action is a 16. So a 16 is damage up to 2 eye stalks of your choice. Sweet. So I think the next one that I didn't really like that much was the petrification ray, because that makes me skip a thing. So we'll do the 16 and 17 right now. And yeah, disintegration ray. I don't like that one either. So we'll go bing. So we're halfway done. That was 1 action. Oh, but I have to discard an item to do that, yep. And second action, I'm going to whip it good. 14. All right, so the 14 means that we get to damage an eye stalk of our choice. So one less action. Yeah, slowing ray. Let's take care of that one. All right, so that's 2 actions, and I am out of cards. So I will then go 1 and 2. And that's the end of my turn. Oh, I could do 2 extra actions, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. So I'll do 1. I'll use that. So 1, 2, do that. 3, 4, there we go. All right, there we go, there we go. And we do another one here. Volthamp Get Arm. So Volthamp Get Arm. Where are you, Volthamp? There you are. Volthamp Get Arm. He wants to go to Troll Skull Manor. Troll Skull Manor. Way up here. And he wants to go to the entry well, while the City of the Guard wants to go up to the tap room here. So we'll see how that happens. 3 more things come out. I just realized I forgot to put out the ones from last time too, so I'm going to go ahead and put out 5 this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right, let's see here. Sword and the Sextant. Where is that? The Sword and the Sextant. My goodness. Sword and the Sextant. Way down there. Willow's Tower. Willow's Tower. Boop, right there. Castle Waterdeep, right there. Troll Skull Alley. Troll Skull Alley. There's the manor. Where's the alley? Oh, wait. Troll School Manor's up here. Where's the alley? There it is. Bang. And Willow's Tower again. Okay, it looks like I'm going to take a trip to Willow's Tower here in a minute. Okay. That is that. We definitely need to go get more stuff. I also need to get some yellows. These are both yellow. So I've got 4 yellow. I need at least 2 more yellow. So that's there. So that's definitely what I'm doing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more things. So I need to get at least 1, 2, 3, 4 more items. So that'll help me. All right. So got 4 actions. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all I'm going to do. Then we'll draw one of these dudes. Elusive displacement for each blue skull monster. We don't have any of those. Roll the d20 and place that monster in the indicated location, so that doesn't happen. But the beholder does attack. He moves 2, and we'll roll 1 die. So he will go 1, 2, and roll 1 die. And that's a hit, so we'll get rid of the caltrops, and so that we can stay alive. But that does put me in a pinch. Nah, not really. We've got enough stuff over here. All right, so that is that. We got to put 2 more things out. Ice stalks, ew. I know, right? Here we go. So 2 more. The Abandoned Camp is going to get 1, and the Goblin Bazaar is going to get 1. That's right here. Okay, so I'm going to go 1. On my turn, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I do have some stuff here. 1, 2, 3. And then 4 will be, let's do a special action. 11. Ignore all hit results by the monster attack. Okay, we'll take it. So now we're going to put 2 things out. So the Flask of Oil goes to Blackstaff Tower. Blackstaff Tower. Oh, here, bunk. And then the longbow goes to the Hall of Heroes, which is here. All right. Then the Beholder. Place the red shield monster, which is the Beholder, in the closest location containing items. Then discard the highest strength item in that location. All right, so the closest one is this one. And crap, that's a yellow one that I really needed. Poop! You! Then he moves 1, boom. And then would roll 3, but because, oh, he's actually going to activate twice, isn't he? Oh, no. So he would roll, can't, he's going to activate again, and he's going to roll 3 dice now. Dang it. Thought I was going to get off scot-free. Oof. Oof. But I did roll an 11, so I ignore all hits. And this is a nada. Yeah! In your faces, Beholder. All right, so on my turn, we are going to use this here battle axe and roll. That's a 7. Pretty sure that is just 1 little doohickey. Yep, 2 to 15. So, let's see, the telekinetic ray. I'm not really worried about that because we just have to put an item in his location. Not worried about that one at all. Petrification ray, I think we already did. The sleep ray, all monsters move 1 location towards the active player. That's not really worrisome right now. The fear ray, yeah, I don't want him moving away. So we'll do that. Then I'm going to use a holy symbol for my second action and attack him again in your eye stalks. That's right. And that's an 11. That's another just onesie. So we'll take care of the paralyzing ray. I don't think the paralyzing ray was very fun. Discard an item. The active player cannot use move on their next turn. Oof. Why did we wait so long to knock that out? Okay, so that's all of the ones on the front. We only have 2 eye stalks left. But here's the thing. I probably shouldn't have attacked him, but I'm going to go 1 and let's roll again for a special action. 7. What does 7 get me? Immediately move. Oh no! Doof! Crapola! Okay. Aranax. He starts in the abandoned camp. So Aranax here is going to start in the abandoned camp over here. And adult gold dragon, who often assumes the form of an elderly gold dwarf named Beric Klinghammer. So the frenzied monster shall attack. He moves 1 and rolls 3. Nastiness. No. This could be bad. Because I have 3 items. Oh! Wow! Oh, stupid dice. Should I just take the hit? I think so. I think I'm just going to take the hit. But where do I respawn? La la la. I always forget these little things. Move the monster, special dragon movement, reading the dice. If the hero is defeated, remove the hero from, move the terror marker 1, yawning portal tap room. Okay, so this guy comes up here, he goes up to the yawning portal tap room, and we move the thing down 1. Because the reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to use all 3 of these, because I'm 1 away from getting what I need to defeat him, and so yeah, I'm not going to do that. But that was pretty nasty. Don't like it. All right, beginning of my next turn, I stand up and go to get, where does this guy want to go? He wants to go to the entry well. Where's the entry well? The entry well is here. Oh, how can we get up there? We have to go all the way around here and come up. Okay. Okay, okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Might as well pick up some more stuff. And now we've got enough to defeat him. And we've got 2 more things. So I can defeat the dude now, but let's see what happens. And that's my turn. So now we turn over this. Monster action, hide and seek. Place each book monster in the closest location with the hero. My goodness gracious. The frenzied monster does not attack. And I don't have a treasure because I already beat the mimic. So that's cool. One thing comes out though. 1 token and the dragon's platform. Way over here. Dragon's platform where I just left. Thanks so much. Beholder will not move. He will not attack. So that's all well and good. All right. Well, hey, I think the universe is telling me something here. I'm going to go ahead and use this wand right here. And we're going to roll. And that's an 11. So that means that I can damage 1 eye stalk. So let's see. Let's do the sleep ray. Then we're going to use the greatsword. And that is a 15. So 15, I can damage the eye stalk of my choice. So we're going to damage this one, the telekinesis ray. So that's 1, 2 actions. And now my third action, once you have defeated all 10 ice stalks, you can use 6 plus yellow, which is 7 yellow, to blind the beholder. That was like super easy. I wonder if you're supposed to use the dragon. I think I remember that. Let's see. Let's go back up here. Boom. Isn't it a bit difficult to play with the board upside down? Well, only when you have to read the locations, because otherwise it was just you know, you're just moving from one location to the next. You're not really reading the actual location names. But when you're having to place things out in certain locations and all that kind of stuff, yes, it does become a little problematic to read those different locations. But no. Okay, so no, you don't have to use the dragon. Like, for example, the example setup here is a 3-player game with the Beholder and the Displacer Beast. So there you have it. If this is your first Horrified Dungeons & Dragons game, we recommend playing against the Displacer Beast and the Beholder. If you have played Horrified before, and you're more experienced, we recommend the Dragon, the Red Dragon campaign. It requires 2 different challenges to defeat it, and any other monster. This was... And again, for whatever reason, this was really easy, actually. I think I probably got a little lucky with having the Mimic come out exactly where I was, and I had enough to defeat him right off the bat. So I didn't really have to spend much time chasing him around. But then I didn't roll a 1 once on the Beholder, so I didn't, you know, waste any items. Every single item I used was 1 or more ice stalks that were damaged. So that helped a lot. And I was also able to get those yellow items pretty easily. So there's a lot of chance that's in those things. I pulled the right items from the bag. I didn't miss at all rolling the D20. He was kind of following me around, so I didn't have to do a whole lot of turns where I was kind of chasing him across to the board. And I did get a couple of powerful perk cards right off the bat. This one allowed me to use, I was able to use it to score 3 hits right off the bat. That's cool. And then the next card up was I get 2 additional actions, and it just happened to be that I could use those to some pretty nasty effect. I also got lucky on the dice that the Beholder was rolling. I mean, yeah, he hit me a lot, but he didn't roll his power that much, only once. So I think in a multiplayer game, this might be more difficult. But because of only one person activating each round, and only we saw their abilities less. So it definitely plays fine at 1 player, but I think it might be kind of easy, which is a little strange because most of the time, and other times that I've played Horrified, it seemed like it was a little bit more difficult. And I even said that at the beginning of this stream, where I thought that it might be difficult with just one person running around. I think with the dragon, I think good luck with just one person. I think you need multiple people to defeat the dragon. But I mean, saying that, I've never beat the dragon. It just seems like it would be easier with more people, and with fewer, and harder with fewer people. Typical roll for Sam. You be quiet. I'd take the hit. Yep, I think I did. Hunting grounds. Oh, good to see you. Is that Frank? Good to see you, Frank. I have got your emails, by the way, and I just haven't replied to them yet. I'm sorry. It's been really, really... the last couple of days have been... I've I've found myself very appreciative of the life that I have, in light of things that are going on in our society. But at the same time, there has been some time, like Jessie was in an accident yesterday. She's fine. She's absolutely okay. No worries. Don't worry about it. But the only thing, it was basically just an inconvenience of now we have to go get the car fixed and all of this other kind of stuff. So it's just, it's been, and that's not even counting all of the extra time that we have to do, running kids around and that kind of stuff. So it's all well and good. We're digging our life. We're loving it. It's just one of those things. Latest version of the rule book. Love to get a mail when you can. Yep. I have printed out and downloaded the. No, you sent me another email. You did, so I need to go do that. You're welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Jan is here. What's up, Zvatson? Good to see you. What's up? Have you played Keep the Heroes Out? Have you done top 10 fantasy dungeon crawls list? I haven't played Keep the Heroes Out. No, and I believe we may have done a. I believe we've done a fantasy. I don't know that we did a dungeon crawl list, but I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me get to. Let me do a search because I'm pretty sure that we have done something like that before, but well, goodness. Let's see here. Let me do. Where is it? Where can I search my own channel? Oh, first things first, we need to do this. Reset. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, it was emotionally unsettling, that's for sure. But she was a trooper. She treated the other girl that was involved in the accident. She treated her with an amazing amount of grace. And wasn't yelling at her, wasn't doing all of that, was trying to help her find things on her phone, the information that we needed to get from her and the information that we needed to give her and that kind of stuff. It was, I was very proud. I was very proud of Jessie. She did a great job. There it is. All right. Let's see. Fantasy top 10. Let's see. Doesn't look like it. I know we've done games with dragons, so that might have been our fantasy because dragons are kind of a fantasy element, right? Fantasy games were, I think, on both of our top 10 themes or top 5 themes. Doesn't look like it, but I think that top 10 games with dragons, that's probably going to be super close to our top 10 dungeon crawls or something like that. I know not all dungeon crawls have themes, dragons in them, but I don't know. We'll see. I can talk to JT about it, see if we want to do that. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. How did we? Yes, you are correct, Frank. Dungeon Heroes is another museum-worthy dungeon-themed small box game from 2 players. It was pretty fun. I don't own that one, but I trust you. Community censor the best wishes. Will do, sir. Thank you. Still haven't played Horrified. Which is best solo? Well, I don't know. My favorite one of the four is American Monsters. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best one to do solo. This one was fun. It definitely wasn't hard, but if it's not hard, it might be a little boring for you. I don't know. It just depends on what kind of player you are. I think this was an interesting playthrough, and I think there was a lot of things that happened in it that were very advantageous for me, which made it feel a lot easier than it could have been. I mean, if the beholder had been a little bit more nastier, if the mimic had been a little bit harder to kill, this could have easily gone a different way. So a lot of things happened well in this game. But for a solo game of this type, I think some things have to go badly in order for it to be a little bit more challenging. I think some of the monsters that are in American Monsters are more challenging than the ones that are in this box. However, the Displacer Beast is pretty challenging, and the Dragon is super challenging. I think these are the two easiest ones to play in this box after having experienced all four of them. That's another thing. This box only comes with 4 monsters. The other ones I think have 5 or 6. So take that for what it's worth. I think my opinion is that American Monsters is the best one overall. Whether it's the best one solo or not, I can't tell you. There's 5. Yeah, 5. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. Next one should be dealing with Norse mythology. I mean, yeah. Definitely. I think that would be, and I don't see how it couldn't sell well. But my problem with Horrified is that it seems like they're starting to possibly mail in some of the stuff that's going on here. I do think that the dragon is really cool. It's got a lot going on, and I think it's a very challenging task, having to defeat it in 2 waves, basically, instead of just having things that, like, for example, this thing came out and I got it, you know. That was super easy. This one, while it took longer, the Beholder, it still was pretty easy. You know, I never really felt like I wasn't going to be able to defeat him. But with the dragon, yeah, it felt like, how am I going to get this done? So there you have it. But I mean, that's just me, and that's really only based off of 2 plays. I need to play this again, probably with a fuller player count, and probably play with a different mix. Maybe play with 3 monsters. But again, that's the coolness of the game, is that you can affect the difficulty of the game by adding more monsters, adding a different monster, and that's the cool thing about it. I mean, in a full and with more players, you go through this deck really fast, and if you get through this deck and you haven't won, you lose. So there's a lot of challenges that come from having more players in this game. So take that for what it's worth. Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. Is this game supposed to be for beginners or rather core gamers, more a family game, or for experts, or between the two? I definitely think it's a family game. This is not a difficult game at all. And I don't think it's, I think core gamers will, not core gamers, but like, you know, those people who are, enjoy the heavier fare of games, this is going to probably feel a little too light for them. I think this is lighter than Pandemic, frankly. So take that for what it's worth. Does it kill you like Medusa by looking at you to death, or do the eyes zap you like an electric shock? No, it does shoot a ray. That's what this little card does. It's the Beholder Eye Ray reference card. So each of its 10 stalks, there's 10 different rays on it. And if you roll the exclamation point, the power side of the die during its attack. It gives you the hits that it may have scored on this face of the die. And it also, if you roll the exclamation mark, it'll also shoot you with a ray. So again, like I said, I got really lucky on those rolls. But there are different things here that will take a citizen and place it in the location of the beholder, which is really bad because if you have citizens die, that will make the terror marker move down the track. Fear rays move away from the beholder, which you're trying to go and kill it. So there's that. There's a lot of bad stuff that can happen here. It just didn't happen in this game. Andrew is taking off to Weird Al for my father's son birthday present. Oh, that's cool. Enjoy it, buddy. Have a good time. Follow-up question, does it kill you? No, okay, you already read that one. Oh, interesting. Evil eyeball rays. Yes, that is correct. Okay, well, that's about that. That was a win for today. Bonus. Normally I lose at these solo player games, so that again tells you a little bit about how easy this was. Again, but I think it was just a lot of the chaos didn't come out. A lot of the chance went in my favor. But that's that. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here. Get your loved ones. Hold them close tonight. And we'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Tomorrow, JT and I are going to be playing at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific time. So be aware of that. I'm about to go and schedule it. But we're going to be playing Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition tomorrow at 9 a.m. And it'll be good. So come on back tomorrow. And so far, I think we are going to have our regular live Q&A with Jess and I on Saturday morning. And we've got another game day planned at our church. And we're looking forward to that. So it'll be good. So thank you for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care. What is a game topper? I'll go ahead and answer that. That is this thing right here. This is a game table that does not have its own legs. It sits on top of an existing table, and there is a grip on the bottom so it doesn't slide around or anything like that. They also have play mats that we use as well that you can purchase. They have, oh goodness, I think they have 30 different designs on 10 different sizes, I want to say. That's just off the top of my head. I have a horrible time remembering numbers, so please don't quote me on that. You can go to GameToppersLLC.com and take a look at what they have to offer you. But it's it's in my opinion, it's one of the most affordable ways for people to get a game table for their home. And they are modular, so they can be taken down and stored very easily. And there's just a lot of good stuff. And they have a whole lot of accessories like, cup holders and all this other kind of stuff. And storage solutions for playmats and all different kinds of things. We've done a few videos here on the channel, so if you're interested, you can take a look and use that search engine on our channel and pull those up. Just put in Game Toppers, and that should pull it up. But it's a great company, great people, people of integrity, and Berkey is one of my good friends. So I'm very happy to help him sell some product, hopefully. Anyway, that's what Game Toppers is. See you later, folks. Bye.